Hey there, how's it going? This is Tye Hurricane. Today's video is going to be my top 10 epic rock songs. They're personal favorite songs of mine from the history of uh, rock songs from at least back in the 70s all the way till now. I may revisit this topic in a follow-up video, but for now I'll share with you my top 10 epic rock songs. Starting it off, at number 10 is Ozzy Osbourne's Killer of Giants. It comes from the Ultimate Sin album. It features clean guitars in the intro and verse, and then it gets heavier and features electric guitars in the chorus sections and solo. Uh, it's got that epic song structure where it goes from clean to dirty or heavy, and that's kind of like one of the main sort of reasons why it's epic. It's got the epic song length. The guitarist is Jakey Lee, and it features some beautiful and haunting singing by Ozzy Osbourne. And in my opinion, this is definitely one of the best songs of his career, and it's at my top 10 or number 10 on this list. At number 9, I like to put out there that it's Judas Priest and their song Beyond the Realms of Death. It's off the Stained Class album. It also features that ballad type structure where the song starts off clean, builds in power and electricity or electric guitars fill up the chorus. It's got probably one of the very best solos of their career by Glenn Tipton. It features this kind of feedbacky section toward the end of the solos. It's just killer, and it's definitely one of my favorite all-time Judas Priest songs. And the song seems to be about alienation or perhaps even suicide. The lyrics are kind of are moody and sad, and it's just a really well done song. I really like it. So it's Beyond the Realms of Death by Judas Priest at number 9. Number 8 is Television, the band Television. They have a song called Marquee Moon off of the album of the same title. That's a really great song featuring the guitar work of Tom Verlaine and Richard Lloyd. And they do a great thing in this song where they interweave guitar parts. So a lead is playing this kind of this seemingly dissonant kind of guitar part while the singing's going on and the rhythm is playing. And upon first hearing the song, you'll think this doesn't seem to work. This is offbeat and off kilter. But upon listening to it a few more times, you really sort of lock in to how great the part is. And the song features an epic build-up and toward the middle of the song, and it just keeps Tom Verlaine keeps holding the rhythms down, and it's Richard Lloyd. He kind of just keeps ascending on the guitar, and it builds up to this great crescendo. It's about a 10-minute song, but it's definitely a highlight of Television's career. An awesome song. So if you haven't heard Marquee Moon by Television, you got to hear that song. So that's my number 7 of this epic rock list, Marquee Moon by Television. Number 6, the band Porcupine Tree and their song Arriving Somewhere But Not Here off the Deadwing album. Porcupine Tree, a lot of people do know about them now after the fact, but they're still relatively not as well known as they could have been. In my opinion, they're a much superior band than Radiohead ever was, but they never reached the same sort of popularity, though this came out at a similar time frame. Uh, Steven Wilson remarked in an interview that the song, that this particular song, Arriving Somewhere But Not Here, was the template of how the new songs were going to be for the next album. And that album happened to be Fear of a Blank Planet. So that was really, he did deliver on that. Like, this is arguably one of the best songs also of Porcupine Tree's career. It features an epic part in the middle, similar to Television's Marquee Moon. And in this song, there's a long, the song is sort of meandering at a mid-tempo, and it slowly breaks down toward the middle of the song, and it progressively gets heavier and stronger, and at one point in the song, it literally explodes off the charts, really, and off in your ears as it gets really heavy, and just it's like really thrashing toward the middle and toward the end, and it just maintains it all the way till the song closes. It's definitely one of my favorite Porcupine Tree songs. So at number 6 there, it's Porcupine Tree, Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. At number 5, we have Pink Floyd and their song Sheep from the Animals album. This song is really cool. It's got some of my favorite keyboard work, and learned that the keyboardist is Richard Wright. And there's this really killer song part in the song toward the middle where he's simply playing like 2 notes on the keyboard, but if you've heard the song, you'll know what I mean, and it's so haunting. And it's just like the tone he achieves, and the feel. It's like Pink Floyd can be a kind of an acquired listen at times. Their music has a lot of words in it, but in the right mood and in the right setting, this sort of song, Sheep from Animals, is just awesome to listen to. It puts you in a chill mood, and it's definitely features that kind of journey that I like in epic music such as this. It's a great song, so you got to hear that one. Pink Floyd, Sheep, from their album Animals. At number 6, to break it up a little bit, I consider this an epic song, and it might not have the epic song length, but I think it still fits this category, and it's Aneurysm by Nirvana off their album Incesticide. Nirvana wasn't known really for doing classic ballads or things like that, though Come As You Are, it features kind of like a new uptake on what a ballad could be. But Aneurysm from Incesticide definitely has an epic feel to it, even though the song is relatively short. It features impassioned vocals and vocal performance from Kurt, and I really like just the way they structured the song together. It's arguably one of their very best songs of their career. It's a killer track, so you gotta hear Aneurysm from Nirvana. Can't go wrong with such an epic rocking song. And I mentioned them as they're among the very first bands that got me obsessed over music. I'm a kid of the grunge generation, and this song really cemented them as an important rock band to me upon listening to this and getting into the band. Next on the list, this would be the I guess the going into the top third half or seventh of the songs I've listed so far, and this is Metallica's "For Whom the Bell Tolls" off of the Ride the Lightning album. It features probably one of the heaviest intros of all of rock music that I've ever heard, and it features also that signature Cliff Burton bass part that impressed the band so much that they really wanted him to be a part of Metallica, and they used his I think it was for one of his bass solos in his former band where he got this part from, and war seems to be the subject of this song, "For Whom the Bell Tolls," and the lyrics are great, and the singing is fantastic, the guitar work is epic, and it just for basically a 4.5 minute song, I think that if I'm correct on that length, they jam pack the epicness all in one sweet package, and it also is one of their definitive songs, and for good reason. So that's "For Whom the Bell Tolls" by Metallica. Next on my list, on the top 10 epic songs of rock, I guess it would be number 8, or the second. I'm probably getting my numbers a little mixed up, but I have this on my eighth number, is Megadeth's "In My Darkest Hour." I would say that this is a perfect answer, is Megadeth's answer to "For Whom the Bell Tolls." "In My Darkest Hour," from my understanding, was written by Dave upon hearing about the sudden death of Cliff Burton, and he simply, channeled his emotions and how he's feeling into the song, and it's got that hopeless feeling. He's definitely not happy in this song, but it really works. It also features that slow build up in the beginning, and that's slow thudding, plodding kind of guitar work, and some of Dave's best singing that he's ever done in his career, and it's off the "So Far So Good So What" album. So number 8 here, "In My Darkest Hour" by Megadeth. Definitely one of their best songs of their career. At number 9, we have AC/DC's "Down Payment Blues" off their "Powerage" album. I really like this song. It features some of the greatest, or some of the best guitar work of Malcolm Young's career, I'd say. I just really like the heaviness of this song. This is among the very heaviest of AC/DC's songs they've ever done, and Bon Scott is at his, criminal best, doing what he does best. It's kind of like tongue-in-cheek and slick and funny, yet funny but poetic lyrics. It's definitely a top tier AC/DC song. So if you got to hear this one, it's "Down Payment Blues" from Powerage. It's definitely a fan favorite and one of my favorite. This song is playing, I gotta listen. And finally, at number 10, we have the Dead Kennedys, or just DK, at their song "We've Got a Bigger Problem Now," from I think it's from the "In God We Trust" album, or the second half of Plastic Surgery Disasters. This song is a jazzy uptake of California Uber Alice, which was featured on an earlier album, and they break up the song structure for this beginning part is jazzy and kind of slapsticky and comedic with this Jello Biafra's satirical political lyrics, and the song sort of, freaks out and gets nuts toward the middle, and doesn't have the song. The song isn't overly lengthy, but for DK, this is pretty epic, and it's definitely another quintessential or essential song from an artist, and this is definitely one of them. It's Dead Kennedys, We've Got a Bigger Problem Now, from the In God We Trust EP, and it features excellent guitar playing from East Bay Ray, and over the top, in your face singing from Jello Biafra. It's an awesome song, so you got to hear that one. And that concludes my top 10 epic rock song list. I hope you enjoyed this topic. Again, I'll likely there's probably songs I've glanced over at this point, but I may revisit this video in a follow-up soon to come. So I hope you enjoyed. Keep listening to rock and roll. And this is Tye Hurricane signing off, and hope to see you again soon.